What's going on, guys? ChillSFM here, taking a look at some battles featuring Melmetal on the lead. Guys, Melmetal has been strong for seasons on end. It's really found its place in the Master League meta, and it's one of the most accessible Pokemon for this meta. I mean, honestly, you can open up your whatever the special box is anytime that you want, every 3 days, and you can go out and you can really try to get that hundo, or as close as you can. What we have today is the 14, 15, 14. These are battles submitted by Gummy Warmion. So thank you, Gummy, for the battle submissions. I really enjoyed these ones. But let's take a look at how it does in the meta, especially in the lead. I think it's particularly good in the lead, right? Because it can always superpower and dip. And there's a lot of things that take super effective from superpower in this meta. I mean, we've seen people talk about like how good fighting types can be if they find the right teams, because a lot of teams are just ABA weak to fighting. Melmetal has that coverage, and it also is a steel type, which means it's going to resist a ton of different attacks, especially dragons, right? There's a ton of dragons in the Open Master League. So let's get into some of these battles. Beautiful catch, by the way, catching that high horsepower. Lures out a Metagross. Shadow Lugia, y'all know I'm a big fan of Shadow Lugia. If you haven't seen my Shadow Lugia, link to that's in the description down below. Out comes a Rayquaza. Shadow Lugia just putting in so much work here. Rayquaza has to throw energy. Melmetal, of course, still alive, going to be able to get to a Rock Slide very easily, honestly. Rock Slide might not be enough. Actually comes in with Dragonite instead, which I think is a fine play. Catches, wow, okay, I like this. Gonna catch the Breaking Swipe right here. And out comes Mammal Swarm. Like, even after the debuff, this superpower is going to do a ton. I don't know if it's going to take out, and it doesn't. Yeah, that debuff did save them from it taking out, but that's perfectly fine. High horsepower is going to take out Melmetal regardless. We just farm down with Dragonite, leave with a Dragon Claw. I'm gonna go for the BM with the superpower. So 2 superpower users on this team actually, which is pretty cool to see. Melmetal, Dragonite core, definitely like the cheapest core. That's really accessible. Also, like Excadrill, of course, is another steel type. That's really good. All right, Kyogre lead. One of the leads that when I first looked into Melmetal, I was surprised that Melmetal doesn't win, since you are doing super effective with Thundershock, but Thundershock just without any real fast move pressure. So yeah, Kyogre does win that. Lugia, Dragonite, better answers. Luring out a Togekiss. I'm gonna bait with the Sky Attack, and I really like this play. Full disclosure, I did watch these battles previously because I wanted to run a similar core. I wanted to build myself a Melmetal as well, so I wanted to check it out. I've been running Melmetal for a couple of days myself in the lead. It's so good. It's honestly so good. And y'all are gonna see some of those battles. I got a little bit of a different team. It's very similar. But there's a fun pick on it. All right. Anyways. Kyogre, however you say it, I don't know. Yeah, every time there's one of these in my videos, people tell me I say it wrong, and I swear I say it different every time. I always get it wrong. Anyways, they're gonna throw a Thunder, was not a Blizzard. Dragonite just tanks that, no big deal. Out comes a Metagross. I like the play of staying in, building up to the back-to-back superpowers. Superpower will do quite a bit of damage here. Actually, no shields the first one, which is really interesting to me. I guess trying to call it bait. Do get baited here, which is unfortunate. You can just go Rock Slide to not debuff yourself. Goes for the superpower anyways. I expect the shield to come up here, and we do see one shield there. Go for the Rock Slide now. Second superpower would probably be lethal, maybe not quite. We do get the shield, okay. So that forces them to throw the actual Earthquake here. Right, Meteor Mash is not going to take out with only one superpower being thrown. Earthquake comes out. Immediately throws the superpower. From Dragonite, this should be enough, right? Yeah, it's plenty. Out comes Kyogre. So yeah, the opponent's only win con there was catching. They weren't able to catch, so GG's. Well played. All right, a Mewtwo lead. This is another lead that, like, it's good for Melmetal. It's not great for Melmetal. And of course, if they got Focus Blast, then that's horrible for Melmetal. But three Side Strikes do take out, and you need 3 Rock Slides as well. So I believe Melmetal wins every even shield here, as long as they don't have Focus Blast. But it's just not as dominant as you would think. But that's just because Mewtwo's such a beast. So Side Strike number 1 coming through here. Does a nice chunk of damage. They don't even build up to the Shadow Ball or Focus Blast, whatever. Likely running Ice Beam, right? Take a Side Strike. Melmetal into the red. Going to throw the next Rock Slide right here. This will be putting the Mewtwo into the red as well. They've already given up a shield. Like, potentially you could shield twice and farm down there. Instead, goes for the catch on Lugia. Doesn't quite get it, so does respect the Ice Beam. Going to be a Side Strike. So actually did get the catch, just opponent threw one more quick attack and didn't realize that the Lugia came in. Regardless, luring out a Dialga here. We're going to be able to reach the Aeroblast, which is, like, this does so much. Even though it's resisted, it does so much to a Dialga. They have to respect it, and they don't. It puts them into the red. Attack boost, like, that's so good for Shadow Lugia. Shadow Lugia with an attack boost is a monster, especially with this much health. We get the Dragon Tail down. Out comes the Kyogre. You could just go Sky Attack here, honestly. So goes one over. I think the Kyogre could have thrown there, but able to get off the Sky Attack regardless. Kyogre's going for the farm down. Wow. I think Gummy was expecting the Surf to be right there and to try to catch it. But opponent held on to the energy. Now this is scary because they could have Blizzard, right? Maybe you can snipe with one turn Dragon Breath. Goes for it. Perfect. And that's going to be GG's. That was the last Pokemon? Oh, well, if that's the last Pokemon, then you're just good anyways. Garchomp lead, it is running Dragon Tail. This is bad for well, not for everyone. Obviously Lugia like loves to see that because you're doing super effective with the Dragon Tails. Dragonite doesn't love to see it though, because I believe Garchomp has better stat product. Not that Dragonite has bad stat product, but Garchomp's just really good. And then Melmetal, of course, the Thunder Shocks are triple resisted, and only Superpower can hit for neutral. So surprised that we didn't see a Superpower and Dip. I guess trying to catch the Earth Power instead. There's out a Melmetal. Gonna be able to grab a shield. Like, this is crazy. Gummy actually mentioned that that they were kind of inspired by my Shadow Lugia video to build. This was their first legendary that they welled out for. So that was really cool to see, or really cool to hear at least. Brings in Melmetal, tries to catch the Superpower on Dragonite and successfully does. Very nice. Does not have to give up a shield just yet, and gets the Dragon Breath down before they get to a Rock Slide. Really, really nice. Out comes the Garchomp. Now you have to respect the Outrage, right? It's a sand. That's unfortunate. See, I never know. I never know with Garchomps because they can run any kind of like moveset. They probably don't have Outrage. They're probably running double ground moves. And see, they swap out here, which kind of confirms that. Actually bring out the Kyogre. I don't know. There's too many in this video. This is embarrassing. I need to like look up a phonetic spelling. Anyways. Dragonite dips out. You have to use the shield here. Surf will do a lot. So shields up the Surf. Gonna get off a Rock Slide. 2 Rock Slides should take out from here. Or Rock Slide and Superpower. Or just Thundershock down. Yeah, just Thundershock. Garchomp has a lot of loaded energy. Immediately goes for the Superpower. Unfortunately, not able to get it off. Are they running Earth Power? So Dragonite does have the Dragon Claw ready to go. I just don't think it's going to quite be enough here. And it's not. Yeah. So honestly, really, really close there. Really close. But GG's. Well played. Opponent played well. All right. Rayquaza lead. Catches on Groudon. Really nice catch by the opponent. Rayquaza with energy is good. Rayquaza with energy is good. So that could be trouble down the line. Of course, we have good answers for it with Melmetal and Lugia. Brings out Dragonite. I like that. Bringing out Dragonite over Lugia, not only because of, yes, we're still resisting the Fire Punches where Lugia takes neutral, but also because of then Dragonite's not getting aligned on that Rayquaza in game. And you can leave this with energy to threaten that Rayquaza. So builds up to 100. I think you should have thrown there though. Fire Punch is going to put you so low. Yeah, that's one Dragon Tail. That's one Dragon Tail. So now you're not going to be able to get off. Potentially, if you would have thrown into that Groudon, could have got off 2 Dragon Tails there. So instead, you get farmed down. You lose all that energy. Another well in the back. I'm gonna call it wells. I don't know. Very popular in these battles. Sky Attack coming through. Gonna grab a shield. That's what Shadow Lugia can do, right? Like normal Lugia, they're not even respecting that Sky Attack. Shadow, we don't even need to bait the Aeroblast. So again, just going straight for the sky attack. We'll see if this grabs the second shield or if they decide to let this go. And it does grab the second shield. I mean, really, this is their last Pokemon, right? Rayquaza's there as a sack swap almost. They go for a Surf. And there it is. Like, they do bring it in. Kind of trying to get Lugia to dump their energy. Breaking Spark's not going to take out, though. Well, comes Melmetal again. This game's over. This game's over. Yeah, you can just go for the Rock Slide. And then that well has to throw. That well has to throw, and even a Surf's not going to take out. It would have to be Origin Pulse. So, yeah. Melmetal just makes it straight to Superpower. Able to close out the game easily. Easily. So that's GG's. Well played. Alright, Togekiss lead. We're still tied. We're resisting it. We have Thunder Shock and Rock Slide to hit for super effective. Out comes Giratina. We have a great answer with Dragonite. Dragonite can tank a Shadow Ball. Never shield the first one here. In case they go for the Ominous Wind. Maybe sometimes you shield the first one. Dragon Pulse. Really, really cool. You don't see that very often. So now the opponent can flip switch. They just have to give up one shield. Wow. Really cool to see. And this is awkward, right? Because you don't want to bring in Melmetal. You'd have to get 2 Rock Slides off. So you have to bring in Lugia. And Lugia does win, by the way. It does win, but it's very tight and kind of like bait dependent. Like, you kind of have to show the Shadow Balls. So going for the farm down, opponent realizes that they're going to be able to get it. So going for the Aeroblast now against this Togekiss. Connects, wow. So they're kind of trying to lure this Melmetal back out. But yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. You just Thunder Shock down. Giratina can't do anything. Okay. Giratina does get to a Shadow Ball. And you know it's a Shadow Ball, right? You know it's a Shadow Ball. They're running Shadow Ball and Dragon Pulse. So you're going to be able to Thunder Shock down. Another Rayquaza in the back. So time to just spam out some Rock Slides. They're going to be able to debuff before you take them out, right? They're going to use the shield there. They're going to be able to get off this, what's it called? Breaking Swipe, but it just does nothing, right? They're probably still in double Rock Slide range. Okay. Yeah, you need to throw the energy there, right? No reason to farm up like this. Yeah, there's just no reason. Like, I get it. You're clearing the debuff, but 2 Rock Slides were just about going to do it from there, or at least put them in Sky Tech range. Yeah, just throw the energy, I think. But GG's, well played. All right, Dialga lead. Like, this is probably the most common lead you see still. This and Zacian. Which this team is admittedly, like, technically AVA weak to Zacian. Melmetal can fight with Zacian. I am running double Iron Bash on my Melmetal that I'll be showcasing. Y'all can kind of see like the difference there. To see if like you want to invest in a Rock Slide one or in a double Iron Bash. So, but that'll be out probably a day later than this video, maybe 2 days later, depending on if I got time to record another video. Not respecting the Ice Beam here. Not really sure where they're at on counts. Just a Side Strike. Alright, gonna throw the Dragon Claw. I think you could have thrown the Rock Slide into this Mewtwo before dipping into Dragonite. Dragonite wins that, right? But make it easier on yourself. Just throw that Rock Slide. And then you can leave with the Superpower to threaten this, whatever. Out comes Giratina. So again, we're having to use Lugia as our Giratina answer, but look how much these Dragon Tails are doing to them, right? It's doing just as much as the Shadow Claws are doing, so it's perfectly fine. Sky Attack doesn't get shielded at this point. I don't think you even have to shield this. You survive a Shadow Ball. Yeah. Yeah. You just Dragon Tail down. You got to shield against the Dialga here. You really only have to shield a Draco if you debuff yourself with Superpower, right? So their play is to let you debuff yourself. No, they throw quickly here. You don't shield this, right? No reason to. It's Iron Head anyways. But at this point, they have 2 shields. Yeah, I mean, okay, you got the shield there. Now you just go straight Superpower. It's always like kind of 50-50. Do you bait? Do you go for Superpower? That Rock Slide would have put them in like 2 Rock Slides would have done it regardless. So not dropping your attack and defense there may be worth it. One Superpower grabs the shield. Second Superpower is going to be playing to take out here. And that's going to be a GG's. Well played. to all of these opponents. And thank you again, Gummy Warmion, for submitting these battles. I really enjoyed them, and it really helped me out in my decision, like if I wanted to power up my Melmetal or not. And plus we got some Shadow Lugia here. So I really do appreciate the submission. If you want to submit your battles, link is in the description down below. I can't promise I'm going to get to everyone's battles. I'm horrible about it, honestly, because I barely have time to shoutcast my own battles. But if you got something cool, go ahead and submit it to me. I'll try to get it out. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my channel members for your support. And until next time, this is Shadow FM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.